Hey everybody, this is Alchymyst02 and I'm back again with another movie review. Last night I watched the documentary The Last Station about Leo Tolstoy, and being an avid reader of Tolstoy's work, to be honest with you, I thought it was really quite fascinating, and I thought it was very intriguing, and I really believe that Christopher Plummer did a phenomenal job as Leo. He looked exactly like Leo, right down to the last detail. It was almost kind of creepy in a way how alike they looked. And Paul Giamatti was in it, which I thought was very interesting. And he played Cherkov, who was a devout Tolstoy follower, but the Countess was always against his ideas and wanted no part of him, and always thought that he and Leo and Cherkov were conspiring against her to get the will from her and to have his work published and not gain anything from it. Leo didn't want any profit, while the Countess did. And despite that, you see the dynamic between them as lovers and kind of becoming estranged, and they have a reconnecting and then a drifting apart, and then they come back together and then they drift apart. It's it's very interesting, but they really had a strong love for one another. And of course, there's another love story within this movie that I thought was also very intriguing. It was a young follower of Tolstoy. Oh, excuse me. And he was celibate for most of his life until he meets Masha. Of course, that is soon ended once he comes to meet her. But he sneezes when he's nervous, and it's really funny to see that when it actually occurs. But if you're interested in Tolstoy's life, or getting a little bit of Russian history, I would definitely recommend this film. I give it 4 stars. I thought it was fantastic, and I loved every moment of it, even though the ending was bittersweet. But it really expressed the family bond and the love that Tolstoy had for his wife. And of course, the secretary that he gets, he moves on to Moscow after Tolstoy dies. But it's a beautiful story. It's just very interesting, and really gives you a lot of insight into how people are, and how they act, and how greed can get in the middle of a relationship and twist it, and just different people's ideals and whatnot. It's just very, very interesting, and I've sincerely and severely enjoyed it, and I just thought it was a wonderfully done movie. I'm not sure if it was shot in Russia or not, but at the very end of it, during the credits, they have actual newsreels from Leo's life, and they were also very intriguing. And I'm really not sure if the movie's accurate. I've asked one of my Russian friends and haven't really gotten a response yet, so I can't tell you the answer to that now. But I give this movie 4 stars, without a doubt in my mind. I just thought it was beautifully made, and the scenery was absolutely splendid. I thought the costumes were period accurate for the time, and just the whole thought process was extremely accurate, knowing what I know about Russia as a whole. It is just I thought that it was just a beautiful film, and that if you have a chance to to see this movie, just to check it out, even though it might be a little bit slow in places. But it is wonderful, just beautiful, beautiful. And everything about this movie just gives you a lot of insight about humanity itself and just the type of person that Leo was. And I really think that he was a good person. I think that his wife was a good person too. And I really feel that the secretary, the devout Tolstoyan, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but Verlakov or something like that. Sorry, it's not coming to me. But he was very loyal, and he was a good friend, and he was a romantic. So it just gave you a contrast between the way Leo thought and the way the Countess thought, and just how religious they were. Well, she, Andrea, the Countess, she's actually more religious during the latter part of the film, which is interesting because you get to see the contrast. And I'm not going to go into that, but if you have a chance to see this movie, do it, because it's outstanding. It really, really is. It's absolutely splendid and exceptional. So, 2 thumbs up for The Last Station.